You like to be a mixed martial a-hole.
Back. Back. Back.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, it is Wednesday, episode 51. Tonight we find out who is the next UFC superstar on the MMA-Holes. Yes. Where is it? Wonderful. Let's get that tip jar set up. Bang, and there's my tip jar. Let's set this fucker up. Yeah. What the fuck's going on here? Why is it doing that? Oh, tip jar. Oh, how my tip jar has disappointed me. Let's fix this tip jar because it's gonna drive me fucking nuts. There we go. No, that didn't fucking work. All right, we're gonna fix the tip jar over here. See this? That's supposed to be over there. So tonight on the MMA Holes, we are going to fix the tip jar live as we start this show with some music. Where's the music? Let's play some music while we do this. Fixing the tip jar live on the MMA Holes. That's right. Fixing that tip jar. Tonight, we fix the tip jar. Everyone, keep liking the video while I fix this tip jar. That's right. Spaghetti and meatballs. Look at it. It's just going. It's shrinking in. We're fixing a tip jar live. There it goes. Yes. Spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah. All right. That's the best we're gonna get. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyway. All right.
Wonderful.
That's how we're gonna start this show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the MMA Holes Live, where we fix the tip jar. I got all jammed up, so I don't know what happened there. And this is your weekly Wednesday show. It's going to be exciting tonight. It's going to be swole. It's going to be sexy. This is how this is going to work. This is going to be a different show than any of the other shows. This is going to be a show of all shows. We're going to do topics. We're going to take phone calls. But what we're going to find out tonight is this. Who is the next UFC superstar? That's who we're going to find out tonight. We are going to narrow down all of the weight classes. We're going to find male, female, who is going to be the next UFC superstar. That is the plan tonight. We're going to figure it out tonight. And then you can all go tell your friends that on the MMA Holes Live, you figured out who is going to be the next superstar. Ronda Rousey, Jon Jones, Conor McGregor. Well, they're like kind of sidetracked right now. Now, Conor McGregor is coming back. There's going to be some more big money fights. It is exciting to have Conor back. But we need a new superstar. We need someone to hold down the fort while these people are gone. Now, Ronda Rousey, like on last night's show, Edmund was saying that he wants Ronda back. He wants Ronda to fight Chris Cyborg for a super fight. I don't think that's going to happen. Jon Jones, we don't know the fate of Jon Bones Jones. So all we have to rely on is the notorious one, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is the only one we have to rely on. So it will be an interesting night as we figure out which one of the fighters will be the next superstar. We're going to go from list to list. All of these lists over here, we're going to narrow it down, and we're going to find out live in the MMA Holes. That's right. That is exciting. That is swole. That is sexy. We have a chat room full of fooks over here, and everyone's pumped up and ready to go. We have an after show after this, and we have a special guest. Justin of Fort Sumter is coming on 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time on the MMA Holes as well. And that is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Guys, we have 30 likes right now. Now, my tip jar is all dysfunctional. I don't know what happened to it, but it's there. You see the number. So what if it's off center? I don't feel like fixing it right now. But every time we get 10 likes, well, this happens. We make a man dance. And it goes like this. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-da. Here we go. Let's go, friends. Brady Ferguson. Time to dance.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
That's right. The dislikes are dying tonight. There are a lot of haters out there, but we don't give a fook. We have 32 in the chip jar, and that is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Let's see who we have in the chat room. I am me, Frank Pavon, Jessie, Belle, Hill, Kaepernick Sucks, Olympia Lowlife, Darth Bane, Renato Laranja, G-Man, Mule, Don Marie. That's right. Brady Ferguson's here, and he has a new song, and maybe we'll hear that on the after show. And he says, I just smoked a joint with a bullfrog, and I got it all on video. That is, I gotta see that fucking video. Definitely gotta see it. Tanner's here. YouTube of Bang is here. Meaty Clackers, Hyder Hydra, Olympia Lowlife. Oh my God, this is insane. Now, if a friend that we had on last night, I apologize. We had GIF, and I was fucking up his name. His name is Mark Tanner, and I was saying Matt Tanner. I kept on saying his fucking name wrong. If you're watching, apologies for me fucking up your name. But that's what we do over here. We just fuck shit up because we're rebels. We don't give a fuck, even if we get your name wrong. Well, go download GIF. Follow me at the MMA-Holes on social. Bang. Right. Oh, what the fuck? Why is it over there? Move over. Whoop. That's not that. What the fuck is going on tonight? It's like one of them nights where nothing is going right. This is like my tip jar's fucked up. Social. Just follow me over here. Right over there at the MMA-Holes. Just do it. Just fucking do it, all right? Because I said so. Let's start off the show with...
Topics.
Ah!
Topics.
Topics. Topics. All right, here we go. Carlos Condit. You remember that guy? Carlos Condit. He hasn't been around for a little while. Well, Carlos Condit is coming back. He wants to return by the end of the year. Carlos Condit needs a fight. Who is Carlos Condit going to fight? We're going to talk about that tonight. Dana White says NSAC. Well, that is disgusting. That's what he said after the boxing match. He said that's disgusting after the Triple G Canelo fight, where we discussed that on the Monday show. And, yeah, that was a disaster. That was an absolute disaster. A boxing meltdown when it came to the judging over there. And Dana White wasn't happy about it. But Dana White always likes to complain about the judges and the refs and this and that. But this case, Dana White is 100% right because it was disgusting. I puked all over myself. Rampage is unsure about his UFC contract situation, says he would like to try boxing. Oh, for fuck's sake. So Rampage says, I didn't even know he was still under contract with the UFC. Like he's in Bellator. And then he's in UFC. Kaepernick Sucks says, am I the only one that would smash Joanna? Would anybody else hit that? And Kaepernick Sucks, yes. I've been saying that forever. I get into arguments with my friends about it. I would totally smash Joanna. Yo, J-Check. Yeah. Joanna champion. Yeah, I would. Let me know in the chat with the ones if you agree. And the twos if you don't agree. I like to see Condit versus Perry. A lot of people were saying Condit versus Perry. This is just like a... Well, you know what? Let's look at the list. Why not? Even though I'm on topics right now. I'm all over the fucking place. Let's see. Perry, I believe, is at 15, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Mike Perry, I want him to see I would love to see him fight a top 10 guy. But I don't know if we're going to see that. Carlos Condit is number 7. And yeah, Perry is not even... I didn't even see him here. I thought he was 15, but apparently he's not. That would be a big jump to fight Carlos Condit, but you never know. You've seen crazier things. The guy's on a crazy run, and it's possible. Considering I think Condit's been on a 2-fight losing streak too. That would be a fun fight to watch. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. He lost to Robbie, Damian Maia. Remember that one? I fucking choked out first round. Diego Alves was his last win, 2015. The Tyron Woodley one was really weird with that whole weird leg incident. I can't believe that was 2014. God, time flies. You know what? With that 2-fight losing streak and the long layoff, it's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible. What else we got over here? Let's see. This guy, Carlos Felipe, he's a heavyweight. He's fighting in Brazil. Well, he's not anymore because USADA nailed him. Another victim. Fight night 119, October 28th. Well, see you later for that. That's just not fucking happening. That's not happening anymore. And USADA is just knocking off. Thank you, Dell. USADA is just knocking off these fighters with the USADA stuff. I mean, someone made a point in one of our shows saying that maybe the UFC should have their own supplement line or something like that, where fighters had a pool of supplements that they take, but everybody's body is different. Everybody's, it's just weird. So I don't know if they could pull something off like that, but it's just crazy. Everyone knows the rules right now. I don't understand how people keep on failing and pissing hot with USADA. It's just really weird. Rory McDonald. I bet you know this guy. Well, Rory McDonald's fighting Douglas Lima. He called him out, and now he's getting him. 70-pound championship fight, January 20th for Bellator. January 20th? Seems like a long time away, right? I mean, time flies, but January 20th. Just seems like a long time to see Rory, but that's what's happening. He's fighting. I guess when he was with the UFC, he was very active, and he was injured, and his nose kept on re-breaking and this and that. So I guess he's just trying to take these long breaks between fights, and he looked great in his last fight, so maybe it'll work. But Lima versus Rory McDonald, which should be a really good fight. Edmund wants Ronda. Well, we talked about this. Wants Ronda to take a dangerous L against Chris Cyborg. For those of you who live under a rock, I'm sure you haven't heard of this. But yeah, Edmund was on Ariel Helwani and wants Ronda Rousey to fight one more fight. And that fight would be Chris Cyborg. Why? It is Fight Week Japan. This is a weird thing. It's kind of flying under the radar. And let's look at it. Go to UFC.com, and that's pretty much where we get all our info. Because it is wonderful, wonderful. Right over here, St. Preux versus Okami. It was supposed to be Shogun. But that didn't happen. So now we're stuck with this over here. Now, listen. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't fucking wait for this card. It's going to be the greatest card of all time. But I will stream it. I will stream during it. So if you guys want to hang with the boys and the girls
Hanging with the boys.
on an MMA-Hole Friday, well, we'll be live Friday then. Fuck it. Let's do it. We'll just hang out and maybe have a couple of cocktails and hang out and watch this card. I mean, nothing really sticks out except for the co-main event, if you really think about it. Goodella versus Andrade. That should be a great fight. But other than that, I mean, these cards are the cards where you just see good fights. There's no names that just jump out and be like, oh my God, I need to see that. But it should be some good fights. So we'll just have some fun with that. Tough 26. Tough 26 is going down. Let me know if anyone gives a shit about Tough. I haven't watched one episode. I tried to get a little bit into the first episode of Tough with the young ladies and Gaethje versus Eddie Alvarez. And I just can't do it. I can't fucking do it. That tough shit it's tough shit. It's tough shit to watch. I can't even tell you the last time I had fun watching The Ultimate Fighter. I couldn't even tell you. It's the show is terrible. But the Contender series is fantastic. The Contender series is great. But what we're going to do tonight is discuss not this, but who is going to be the next superstar. Before I get there, we're going to go into the chat and say hello to our friends over here. Hello, friends. I hope you're wonderful, wonderful. Let's celebrate. We got 40 likes. And that could be one thing. 40 likes, we play 10 more likes. Justin Sumter coming on. We're going to find out who's the UFC superstar. The next one coming up. Go!
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
There he is. Brady Ferguson dancing away. Dom Ray says, MMA-Holes, suck my balls. Well, you can say lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
Beep, says Jessie Belle. I hope Okami takes the W on home soil, says Darth Bane. Why not, right? Pride Fighter come back, take the W. Why the fuck not? 216 will be fine, says Jed Hud. I jerk it to tough, says Meaty Clackers. That's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Gaethje has brain damage. He can barely speak, says Dom Ray. So there you go. Chris Bellator Saturday, says Craig Lee. Is there? I mean, Bellator did such a great job with promoting their fights that I had no fucking idea. Let's check it out. Bellator Saturday? Let's see. I will be doing a Fight Buddies on Friday. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Bellator on Saturday. If the crowd wants it, we'll do it. But let's see. Bellator, Smellator. Bellator. Let's see. Here we go. Henderson Pitbull. Oh, for fuck's sake. Good card. You guys want to fight buddies on Saturday? Let me know in the chat. If you want to fight buddies on Saturday, Henderson versus Pitbull. Daly versus Larkin. What the fuck? Do I live under a fucking rock? What the hell's going on here? How the fuck did I miss this? Let me know what the ones. I didn't even know. Bellator does such a shit job. I must live under a goddamn rock. I had no idea that this was happening. No fucking clue. Roy Nelson is coming back. A guy that looks like Matt Mitrione is going to be fighting. No idea. What do you call a deer with no eyes? I had no idea. I had no idea that this was happening.
Wonderful.
The fuck? Oh my God. At least I have the UFC calendar on my phone that warns me of these things. But Bellator, no clue. Looking in the chat to see what you guys think. And it looks like people want it. Tanner, Craig Lee, Ann H, Craig Lee again, Jessie, Dabbing. What's up, Dabbing? MMA 420. What's going on? You can't revote. It's not part of the rules. MMA team, what's up? MMA team wants it too. That's a pretty fucking good fight. That's a good card. JD McCulloch, Jed Hud, I'm so damn black. One dope card. It is a dope card. God damn it. Hold on, let's go back here. I had no idea. Did anyone? Is there anyone in the chat that didn't know about this? Am I the only idiot that lives under this rock that did not know about this fucking card? I had no idea. I mean, I met Larkin, good guy. Henderson's back versus Pitbull. That's a fucking interesting one there. And you got Paul Daly coming off that embarrassment with Rory McDonald. Paul Daly's a beast. Daly Larkin, fucking A. That's a great fight. Call him Chris Mystic Moss. That's right, Jeddah. That's right. Fight buddies any day. So you mean fight buddies on Friday and Saturday? Holy shit. I'm really devoting my life to this shit. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. I'll definitely be on Friday. And if I don't kill too many brain cells, we'll come back on for this. Why the fuck not? Justin Sumter's coming out at 9:45 p.m. Eastern time. My tip jar is a little broken, but you can still see it. We have 42 likes in there. And keep liking this video. That's what keeps our swollenness on the MMA holes. And if you don't want to like it, you can lick my balls, right? You can lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
All right, we're going to play a little bit of a game. We've never really done something like this before, but we're going to play a little game with the MMA holes, okay? This is how this works. We have 40 people watching, so it should be interesting, this game, okay? It should be fucking interesting. We are going to go from weight class to weight class. Out of the top 15 fighters, okay? We're not going past 15. I know there's some killers outside of the 15, but we're going to go top 15 fighters in each weight class. We're going to battle them off. We're going to vote, and whichever one wins is going to be the next UFC superstar, okay? So let me give you an example. Say if we pick out of the flyweight division, the top 15, Benavidez, Cejudo, Demetrius Johnson, Ray Borg, Sergio Pettis, and Formija, Wilson, Reese, or Hayes, or however you say his fucking name, Moreno, we're going to go down the list over here, and we're going to pick. I'm going to write down the names, and we're going to have a little bit of a knockout pool on the MMA Holes Live on the Wednesday show, and then we're going to find out. We're going to find out who is going to be the next UFC superstar. Who is going to hold it down? Now, the criteria is this. Not only must they be a good fighter, they must be an exciting fighter. And they must have the personality to carry them as a superstar. That's what they need, okay? So you need to be a good fighter. Hey, you need to be a good fighter. You need to be a good fucking fighter. You need to have the personality, the charismaticness. That's even a word. You need to be charismatic. And everything. You need to be the full package, all right? So you guys ready? Let me know in the chat if you're ready. And let's figure out who is the next superstar. That's right. Let's figure it out. Hit me with the ones right now if you're ready, you're pumped up, and we're going to figure this shit out. I need to know. I have to know. And we're going to figure out in each weight class. We're going to go through it. And we're going to figure this shit out. Shout out. G-Man says, yes, you are. I am so damn black says, shit. Yo, remember that Daly versus Diaz fight? Fuck, that was a sick fight. Fucking Paul Daly is really good. He's really fucking good. Great card, says G-Man Mule. Hi, Ed, says Frank Pavon. What's up, Frank? What's going on?
Wonderful.
This is hi, Ed. Stefan, just Twitter brother. Next UFC star is Cyborg Santos, is Brian Roger. So there you go, Cyborg Santos. That's a pick right off the bat. All right, so let's get this party started, guys. We are going to go each weight class, okay? Right, Leo, what's up, friend? What's going on? NH is ready. Michael Anzalone, Mystic Mitch is ready. Kelly Rollins ready. Thomas Lynch, JD McCullough is ready. All right, it looks like the friends are ready right now. Mini Clackers is dropping to 69 because he's horny. Okay, we're going to start with the flyweight class, okay? Now, the deal is we need to pick one fighter out of this class. We're going to write down the name of this fighter, and then we're going to have them go to battle with the other weight classes, okay? So flyweight, check it out. Benavides, Cejudo, Borg, Pettis, Formija, Hayes, Moreno, Nguyen, Tim Elliott, Moraga, Ortiz, Ian McCall. The fuck is he still doing there? Should be gone. Smolka. All right, pick from this list over here. Now, the obvious one would be Mighty Mouse Johnson, right? But he doesn't have the charismatic. He's not the guy right now. He's not charismatic enough. Also, he's been around for a while. Is he the next superstar? I don't know. Flyweight division, friends. Let me know. Let me know right now. Who do you have out of this weight class, the flyweight weight class? Let's see right now. What's going on? How you keeping? How do I call in? Riley, we will open up the phone lines as well when it narrows it down towards the end. Cejudo, says Sam Beck. Love Cejudo. Love it. Love the way Cejudo is right now. Paul Daly pushed the ref. That's right. Paul Daly got thrown out of the UFC. You bored of something UFC shit? I didn't even see his UFC shit. Oh, there he is. He's here. Let's see. Brandon Moreno. Now, Brandon Moreno is a good one, too. Even he took an L against Sergio Pettis. Not a bad one. Now we have two Pettises here. Okay. Another Pettis. Cejudo. That's three Cejudos. We're going to keep voting right now and see who you guys have as the votes are pouring in. Borg. This is Michael Anzalone. If Borg wins, he could be that guy. Maybe he'll shock everyone and beat Mighty Mouse. The flyweight division has no next superstar, and I kind of agree with that one, but we'll pick one anyway. They'll probably get knocked out real quick. Pettis and Cejudo are the top two. So now we're narrowing it down, okay? Cejudo says JD McCullough. There's another Pettis over there. Henry Cejudo. It looks to me that Cejudo is the winner right now. Thomas Lynch. Yeah, EME. It looks like I feel Cejudo underestimated DJ rematch would be awesome. I agree. I concur, Darth Bane. Cejudo is the one coming out of the flyweight division. So we're going to write down Henry Cejudo. All righty. We're going to go to the next weight class. We're going to find, if you're just jumping in, we're going to figure out who is the next UFC superstar. And we're going to go weight class to weight class. And when we figure it out, we'll tell Justin Sumter we got to figure it out. Bantamweight. Here we go. Dominic Cruz, TJ, Cody Garbrandt on top. Jimmy Rivera, who is on fire. Asuncio, Lineker, Caraway, Sterling, Dodson, Almeida, Moraes, Wineland. Keep it going. Who do you got in the next one? Penis, says Meaty Clackers. All right. Now, Mighty Mouse, yeah, listen, he's been around for a hot minute. He's not the next superstar. He's kind of a superstar. I don't even know. Pass on the flyweights, says that. Yeah, Cejudo's not going to last very long in this game. No, says NH. NH wants Pettis. Cejudo got more of the votes, and I don't mind Pettis. And he's young. He's a good vote. But it looked like Cejudo beat out Pettis in this one. TJ. Garbrandt. And Garbrandt's still young, so Garbrandt's a good pick in this one. Garbrandt says Sam Beck. 2 Garbrandts. Cody, that's a 3 for Garbrandt. DJ not in flyweight, says NH. Oh, getting creative there. Cody. It looks like Cody's going to take this one. I have a feeling that Cody's going to take this one with the holes. No, the Cody says UFC shits. Ban that cunt, says correctly.
Wonderful.
Sterling, says Frank Pavon. Tats. Sean O'Malley. Here's a Sean O'Malley vote. Cody. Dillashaw, another Dillashaw in there. Nate Diaz. Cody. All right, we're giving Cody the win on this one. Definitely no love. All right, Cody Garbrandt is the next one. We're going to go around. We're going to pick out who's going to be the next superstar. It's going to get interesting when we get into the heavier weight classes over here. Next superstar. Featherweight. Max Holloway, Aldo, Edgar, Lamas, Swanson, Chan Sung Jung, Ortega, Rodriguez, and you could just keep on going down the list. You got who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who do you got, guys, in a flyweight division? Let me know. I'm so excited. I want to figure out who's going to be the next superstar. We're going to figure out tonight. This is so exciting. So exciting. That's right. I'm pumped up. I'm so pumped up right now. They're giving hell to UFC shit in the chat. No love Garbrandt. Okay, so yeah, Garbrandt is the one that's going to the next round. We're moving on to the featherweight. Max Holloway is the champ right now. He's the champion as Conor McGregor's floating around. Okay, so here we go. This is going to get interesting. This one is a difficult one because you got Aldo, Edgar, Lamas, Swanson has been around, Chan Sung Jung, Ortega, Yair Rodriguez. There's some youngsters in this one too. Doohoo Choi, who took an L, but I don't know. I kind of like Choi. All right, let's see. Now we're getting in here. Brian Ortega, Jason Knight, who is awesome, 15. He did lose his last fight, but he is a scrapper and he has superstar potential for sure. Max, a lot of Holloways here. Ortega's a shout. Bermudez. Dennis Bermudez. Undefeated. Let's see. Blessed Eris is Max Holloway. It looks like Yair Rodriguez giving another shot after the Frankie. Jason Knight. Now, guys, even if they come off an L, Jason Knight is an interesting one there. Even though Max Holloway is really fucking good. And he's still really, really low. He's young. Yair Rodriguez, Jason Knight. Doohoo Choi. There you go. There's a Choi in there. Jeremy Stevens. This is Mystic Mitch. Jeremy Stevens looks great as of late. He's got some personality. I don't know if he's got that superstar personality, but he's got it. McGregor. McGregor? Beeps is Jessie Belle Hill. Artem Lobov is another night. Nice and flowy Artem. Max. Either Dennis or Miles. Wow, so you got some Dennis. I'm surprised you got some Dennis ones in there. He's been taking some L's. Alistair Overeem. All right, it looks like Max is the winner in this one. Frank Pavon and a lot of people dropping in the Holloway, the blessed one. Jason Knight, king of the trailer parks, is Michael James London.
Wonderful.
I like Jason Knight a lot. Good friends of Kobe. Tanner says Yair has all the potential in the world to be a superstar. He does. Even though he took the L from Frankie Edgar, that doesn't mean shit. You know, Frankie, you never know. I mean, he's a great fighter. But you don't know how long he's going to last. So, I mean, it's up for grabs. But it looks like Max Holloway. It looks like the blessed one is the winner. Darth Bane says Gabby Garcia. Max Holloway. Here we go. Max Holloway. We're moving right along. Lightweight division. We're going to figure out who is the next big superstar. If you're just jumping in, drop a like in the tip jar. Get this party going and flowing. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the MMA-Holes. And we're figuring out tonight who is the next UFC superstar. And then we're going to gloat and say we found the superstar. And it might be cringy. It might not work out to the way we'd like it, but we're going to find out. Here's the Hangouts where I'll have Justin the Fort Sumter live in the MMA-Holes. And we're playing a little bit of a game here. Who is the next superstar? All right, next division over here. We did featherweight. Now we're going to lightweight division. Interesting one here. The Buck 55ers. Now it gets really interesting. Conor McGregor up top. Khabib, Tony, Eddie Alvarez, Edson Barboza, Gaeth G, Nate Diaz, Kevin Lee. And it goes on and on and on and on. Let's go. Dennis Seaver, BJ Penn. Now here's the Tony Ferguson. I don't feel Tony Ferguson. I really don't feel Tony Ferguson is going to be the superstar. And I have a lot of reasons for it. But when it comes to the lightweight, he's very, very good. I just think his personality is kind of lacking, but I don't know. Mississippi Mean, Dennis Seaver. Let's see. Moicano is great too. This is Brian Roger. Butterbean. I want a super fight Ferguson versus Holloway. Love to see that, Stephen Killam. I would love to see that. That'd be wonderful. All right, lightweight. Let's see what we got. Craig definitely butternut. Bean. Ferguson. Another Ferguson. We got some Fergusons going. Justin Gaethje. A very good guess there with Gaethje. Another Gaethje. Gaethje's coming back. Tony Ferguson, says Don Marie. Ferguson Holloway, says Darth Bane. A lot of Fergusons are winning. Gaethje versus Eddie going to be great as well. It will be. Nate Diaz, says Mina Clackett. He's been waiting for that one. Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee's a great one too. Darren Till, Justin G. Okay, guys. There's a lot of Nates, and now people are saying Nates. Now, this is future superstar. I mean, I'm not sure how much Nate's got left in the tank to be the future superstar. All right, we're going to take a vote right now. It looks like Gaethje and Ferguson. Okay, it looks like those are the two that you guys have on top. There's Khabib. Nate is already a superstar, says Tanner.
Wonderful.
Khabib, yeah, it's funny that Khabib, he's been around the block too. All right, here we go. Gaethje is great on the mic. He is. You know what? He's got that likable personality. He's like a knucklehead, but he's a lot of fun. All right, here we go. Guys, we're going to narrow it down right now. Gaethje, okay, or Tony Ferguson. Let me know. Who is the future GOAT? Who is the future superstar out of the lightweight? El Kukui? All right, we got 2 El Kukuis right off the bat. Kukui or Eddie Alvarez? Let's go. Kevin Lee, if he can get that W. Got swag, says G-Man Mule. I'm surprised we didn't get more Kevin Lees. I'm actually a little surprised about that. Let's see what else you got in here in this chat. I like Diaz brothers, but these little kids sucking their dick after the Conor fight, pure AIDS. Chris, you never give any love to the West Side, says Brian Roger. Hey, this is the vote. This is the vote from the peeps. It's the vote from the peeps right now. I'm staying out. I'm just looking at the majority here in this one. Lightweight division. Gaeth G or Tony Ferguson. Let me know right now. We got Tony says the MMA team, Mike Perry. And Mike Perry's not in the top 15, but the next time we do this, I'm sure Mike Perry's going to be way up on this one, even though he's a 170er. Tony Ferguson, Phony Turgeson, says Dom Marie. Tony, it looks like Tony Ferguson's going to run away with the win over Gaeth G and take control of the lightweight division. Tony for the win. Tony Ferg for the win. Moving right along, friends. Wow, Gaethje barely got any. Gaethje is going to have a full-blown CTE meltdown, says Darth Bane. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. If you're just jumping in, we are trying to figure out who is going to be the next UFC superstar. We're going down the pound for pounds. Well, not the pound for pounds, all the different weight classes over here. And now we're moving on to welterweight. Another tough one, another interesting one. T. Wood is the champ right now. You got Robbie Lawler, you got Stephen Thompson, Maya, some seasoned veterans up top. Masvidal, Dos Anjos, Cerrone. Look at the old guys up top. Carlos Condit, Colby Covington. Now we're changing it up. Ponzinibbio. Remember that name, Ponzinibbio, who sits at number 9. Neil Magny, who's taking some L's. Gunnar Nelson, who's taking the L's as well. Dong Hyun Kim, Kimura Usman. I like to say the ones that I think a little more than others. But what do you guys think out of the welterweight over here? Alex Oliveira, another one that people forgot about as well. Very interesting when you go past 8. When you go 8 down in the welterweight division, you go 8 down over here. It's very interesting because you got some young blood that's coming up. Usman is a problem. Chris, very true. Where's the love for the West Side, says Darth Bane. I love the West Side. Actually, this chat room's probably more West Coast than East Coast. We'll take a vote. All right. Steve Perry. Tony, I mean James Tony. Eddie Eddie OG. All right, let's see. Now, Mike Perry isn't on this list. He should be on this list, but he hasn't broken the 15. He's got Tarek Saffiedine is over Mike Perry, which is a disgrace. You know what? Let's substitute. I'm going to make a substitution here. Let's substitute Saffiedine and put Perry there because no one thinks Saffiedine's going to be the guy. So we're going to put Mike Perry at number 15. All right? We're going to reset. We're going to start at EME, Mike Perry or Usman. Yeah, because you guys are saying Mike Perry. I kind of like it too, man. I love the Mike Perry. Usman's another one. That's a very good one. Let's see what else you got in this chat. Let's see what the MMA-Holes think as we're trying to figure out a superstar. The next superstar. Let's find out. Oliveira says UFC shit. That kid's really, really good. Really good. Even though he suffered an L his last loss, he didn't get finished. Eddie ain't a real champ. He didn't defend his belt, says Frank Pavon. Sergeant Slaughter versus Superfly Gunny, says Jed Hud. Too hard it's stacked. It is a tough one. I see it so far. I've seen mostly platinum mics. A couple of Usmans in there. Carlos Condit, one last title run. I would love to see that. I don't know if it's possible for 2 losses. Maybe the break helps him. Perry, a lot of Perrys. All right, we're going Perry or Usman. Perry versus Usman is a great one. It looks like Perry's the winner right now. I think it is Perry. As Craig Lee drops in a $5 coffee tip dance. Dance, coffee tip, dance, coffee tip, dance, coffee tip, dance.
Thank you.
I'm giving that to Mike Perry for the welterweight.
Fuck UFC shit. He is in chat. He talked shit about US. Fuck that blue gum. Blue gum said he was a cunt. Did I say fuck that cunt? Love to all the holes. Jessie after show be there.
That's right.
Oh, again, fuck the cunt UFC shit in chat. Blue gum.
What's the blue gum thing? Thank you, Craig Lee, for the $5 coffee tip dance, making me dance with the coffee like this. And it is wonderful, wonderful. I do appreciate those dance moves. I mean, when I get to see myself dance like that, squirm. Yeah, UFC shit is in the chat over here. A little bit of drama. I'm not going to really go into that. If Jessie wants to go into that on the after show, she can go into that on the after show. But Wasn't a fan of how that went down, and I'm going to stay removed from that. If I get called into it, heads will roll. So we don't want that to happen. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how civilized we are. So I'm going Mike Perry for that one. Mike Perry for the win. And there you go. Another East Coast guy. But Mike Perry for the win. And we're going to go to middleweight. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're just going to go the boys this time around before Justin comes in because Justin's coming on soon. Middleweight, let's go quick. Speed round. Middleweight division. Michael Bisping, Robert Whittaker. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to pick Robert Whittaker. But let's go middleweight division. Let's see who we got here. Middleweight division. Speed round. Whittaker, Romero, Rockhold, Souza, Weidman, Silva, Brunson, Gastelum, Branch, Yoko, Belfort. And it goes on and on and on. So right now, if you're just jumping in, we are trying to figure out who is going to be the next UFC superstar. We're having a knockout pool live on the MMA-Holes Wednesday show, number 51. Justin Sumter's about to come in. Here we go. Rob Whittaker, Bredbin. Volkan Ozdemir is the next Rumble, says Filthy George. Luke Rockhold. So we got a Rockhold in there. The F is Blue Guy. I don't know, Filthy George. I have no idea. Whittaker. Nobody yet, says Dan Bones. It's over, guys. Beep. Wit. Here we go. Luke. There's a couple of Lukes, but Whittaker. I mean, I just can't see how you don't pick Whittaker in this. I can't see it. Darth Bane says Whittaker for sure. I mean, he's young. The only thing that may be a little bit weird about Whittaker is he's got no personality. In fact, he's got zero fucking personality, Whittaker. He's like kind of like, nah, I'm Robert Whittaker and blah, 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 blah. Anyway. But it looks like Whittaker for the win. Let's see. Rockhold. There's a couple of Rockholds. Belfort going to peak soon. There is a couple of Rockholds in there, but it looks like Whittaker is a cockhold. It's Volkan Volkov. Robert, GSP. GSP is going to take the belt from Bisping and become the future superstar. Is that what you're saying, Kelly Rowland? Is that what you're saying? All right, we're giving this to Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker for the win. Robert Whittaker is the next one on the list. Okay. Moving right along to the light heavyweight. We got two more to go here. Light heavyweight division. Daniel Cormier has the belt back. Who do we got? Cormier, Volkan Ozdemir, Glover Teixeira, Jimmy Manuwa, Shogun Rua, St. Preux, Corey, the Nipples Anderson, Misha Kirkorov, Latifi, Nogueira, blah, blah, blah. We could keep going along. Who do you got in light heavyweight? Now, I pretty much have an idea that people are going to say future superstar is going to be Volkan because he's got that fucking, he's got that, that put to sleep power. And here it comes. Dom Reese dropping the Vulcans. I think Vulcan's going to run away with this one. I have a feeling Vulcan's going to run. How old is GSP? GSP, fuck. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll take a look. GSP's got to be in his mid-30s, I would say, if I had to guess. But let's look. GSP, yeah, you know me. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, GSP. Well, he's not. He should be there. Where the fuck is it? I'm just going to go over here. GSP. Gokhan Saki, DC Vulcan. All right, so we got DC. He's going to be the future, even though he's 38 years old. Corey Anderson. Corey Anderson, there was a lot of high hopes for Corey Anderson. A lot of people liked him, and he's still young. Cockhold is suspended to Keiko overhand. DC. There's a bunch of DCs. People saying Walmart Jones. Gokhan Saki. You fucking fool. Gokhan Saki. There you go. Conor Mack. I run light heavyweight, says YouTube moderator. Vulcan, says Ann. Shitty division, so Dan C. Gokhan Saki. A lot of Sakis. Saki to me. Look at this. Let's see. Tony Craig. GSP is 35 or 36. I'm going to look right now. Let me know what you think at light heavyweight. Who is the guy? Let's see. Let's go like this. GSP. I thought he was in his mid-30s. Could be wrong. Could be late 30s. It's possible. Fuck me. George. Like, is the fucking... Oh, what am I doing? Why'd I go to George Rope? Oh, fuck. George. Oh, my God, help me. It's one of those nights, you drink a little too much coffee. Shit goes down. But George St. Pierre's not here? All right. Anyway, he's in his late 30s. I'm guessing. I don't fucking know anymore. I'm losing my mind. UFC.com doesn't have George St. Pierre on the fucking roster. Oh, hold on a second. Let's go to the schedule. This is how we do this. Schedule. Volkan. Let's see. Gokhan, Saki. Fuck Volkan. So all right, guys. We're gonna do Saki, Volkan. Saki, Volkan. Let me know in the chat right now. Narrow down Saki or Volkan. Who do you guys have as the future of the light heavyweights? As I find out GSP's age. Because now I'm like, I need to know. Everyone's saying 38, so I trust you guys. I do trust you guys. All right, here he is. And the winner is 36. Close. 36 years young is GSP. All right. Let's get him in here. Let's figure it out. Let's find out who is the next UFC superstar on the MMA-Holes Live tonight. Now, it's a slow news week. That's why we're playing this fucking game, because let's be honest, it is a fucking slow news week. Sure, Chris Crofty. Well, it may be speed. Pico. I see a Pico in there. All right. All right. Isn't Saki on? Yeah, I'm just being a dick. Look at all the Sakis over there. Oh, God, it's so great. I'm just laughing. I love this. Look at this fucking chat room. The cringiest chat on YouTube. The MMA-Holes Live. They're frying away with the Sakis. Oh, God. Ask Siri. I want Jesse's cunt smell in my nostrils, says Meaty Clackers. That's awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Chris, I told you it's 36. It's Jet Hud. Saki. Okay. Everyone's saying Saki. Everyone wants a Saki. We're just going to put Saki. All right, Volkan gets bumped out. We got Saki. You guys, you won. You get Saki, all right? Heavyweights. Give me a heavyweight before Justin comes on here. Before I die of AIDS. Heavyweight division. Who do you guys have? Stipe Miocic. Let's go over here. Stipe Miocic, Alistair Overeem, Verdum, Velasquez, Ngannou, Hunt, Lewis, Volkov. Let's see what you got.
MMA-Holes!
What's up, John Garay? What's up? You are wonderful. Jumping in on the MMA-Holes Live. Look at this. Look at this man over here. John Garay. Garay. You are wonderful. That's right. Look at my scotch glass over here. Every time someone makes a donation, now we get coins that go into my scotch glass. Fucking high production over here. Yeah, I'm 52. I'm 52 years old. Yushin is trash. He is trash, I know. All right. Let's see. The Black Beast. Here we go. Francis Ngannou. Good pick right there. Lick my balls, Saki everyone, says Stephen Killam. Ngannou. Sucky. Chase Sherman. Oh, I like Chase. You know what? Chase is a great pick. He's not up there in the light heavies. He is a great pick, though. OSP is a fucking bum. Francis. I kind of go with Francis on this one, too. Probably Francis. Albini. Ngannou. We're going to give the W to Francis. That's who we're going to give it to. Francis Ngannou. The MMA-Holes speak. And I'm just going to end this bit. Francis Ngannou. Okay. We're going to go to the ladies, too, eventually, but we need to figure out who is the superstar for the men. Chase Sherman. Chase Sherman's not the top 15. Not a bad guess, though. All right, so before Justin gets in on the MMA-Holes Live, we have Cejudo, Cody Garbrandt, Max Holloway, Tony Ferguson, Mike Perry, Robert Whittaker, Saki, and Ngannou. Though that is the finals. Those are the people that are in the finals of our knockout pool. Out of that list, Cejudo, Garbrandt, Holloway, Ferguson, Perry, Whittaker, Saki, and Ngannou, there are two people that stick out. There are two people that stick out on that list. And after our guest jumps in, Justin the Fort Sumter, on the MMA-Holes Live, we will discuss who is indeed going to be the next superstar. Just pulled in the house. I'll be on in 1 second. All right, there it is. There's Justin. So Justin will be on shortly. So, hey, let's go for it then. Let's go for it. Let's take our votes right now before Justin gets in here. Cejudo, Cody Garbrandt. Let me know right now in the chat. Francis is overrated from what I see, says Raymond Knight. Well, we don't know yet, Raymond. We don't know yet. But Francis looks pretty damn good. He doesn't have much experience. He doesn't have much of a background in mixed-up martial arts. But I don't know. We're going to find out. Cejudo or Garbrandt. We're doing a knockout pool right now. We're going to find out who is the next UFC superstar. Live in the MMA Holes. This is so fucking exciting. Get your votes in right now. Let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen. Cejudo or Garbrandt? We have a Cody. Cejudo or Garbrandt? Who goes to the next round? Here's Cody. Here's one Cejudo. We have 2 Codys and 1 Cejudo. We have 3 Codys. You get to 5 Codys, 4 Codys. Pretty easily, Cody wins. That's right. All right, Cody wins round 1. So Cody moves on. See you later, Cejudo. Okay. All righty. Ready, guys? The next round is... who will be the next UFC superstar? Remind me never to do this bit again. Who is the next UFC superstar? The next round is Max Holloway or Tony Ferguson. This is a tough one here. Max Holloway or Tony Ferguson. Who moves on to the next round? Max Holloway or Tony Ferguson? Let me know, let me know, let me know. A lot of Codys are still coming in. All right, here we go. The votes are about to come in. Everyone's still trickling in. Here we go. Cody, no brains, garbage, as decent as Dom Ray. But we want to know now, Max Holloway or Tony Ferguson. Let's see. MMA Holes, get your votes in right now. Here we go. Here they come. We have Max, Tony, 1-1. Max, 2 Maxes, 3 Maxes. Tony, 3-2. 4-2. 5-2. 5-3. Well, I have to say this, guys. Looks like Max Holloway is the winner of the next round. Couple of Tonys are sprinkling in, but Max is the winner. He moves on. Wow, about that. Max Holloway just beat out Tony Ferguson. And I kind of like that just because that was a tough one to put against each other. But Tony Ferguson's a little bit older right now. Max Holloway's still young, and the guy's on a huge winning streak. I think you got that one right. The next one here, this is a tough one. Mike Perry versus Robert Whittaker. Mike Perry versus Robert Whittaker. Who is moving on? Let me know in the chat right now. Dramatic music. Dramatic music. We're going to find out who's the next superstar. Who is the next UFC superstar? Mike Perry or Robert Whittaker? Let's go in the chat. Let's get it going. Ba, 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 ba. Get your votes in right now. Mike Perry or Robert Whittaker? Mickey Gall, which is not a bad one. All right, we got 1 Perry. When we get to 5, that's going to be the winner. Riley Lewis says Perry. MMA team says Perry. Whittaker. There's 2 Whittakers. Oh, my God. We have another Perry. That's 4 Perrys. Robert Whittaker's 3. 4 Robert. We're tied. 4-4. Mike Perry. That's a 5. 6 Perry. Oh, no, he said it already. It's 5 Perrys. Perry all day. Perry. Robert Whittaker. It looks to me that platinum Mike Perry has moved on to the next round. Mike Perry beat out Robert Whittaker. Wow. Right now, it looks like Perry is in the lead. The next one, until we move on to the next round, we got Saki or Ngannou. And Saki or Ngannou. All right. Yeah, that's going to happen right now. Get the votes in. Saki or Ngannou. Moving on. Who is going to be the next UFC superstar? Let's go. Oh my God. I'm so Forrest Whitaker. This is Dom Ray. Here we go. This is fun. Riley Liu's having a good time. This is good. Who is the next one? Saki or Ngannou? Get your votes in right now. I'm so fucking hard. Let's go. Saki. Saki. Oh, it's 1 vote. Sucky, says Ken Shu. Saki MMA team. Oh my God, Saki's running away with it. NH says no to Perry. Francis is back. Now 2 Francises are in. 3 Francises. Saki, we got 5. Bootney Farnsworth says 5. Ngannou. That's 4 for Ngannou. Oh my God. 5 for Ngannou. We have 5 and 5. Saki is at 6. Saki is at 7. Ngannou is at 6. Saki is at 8. And it looks like Saki moves on to the next one. All right, so here we go, guys. We are narrowing it down right now. We have Cody Garbrandt, Max Holloway, Mike Perry, and Saki Toomey. Okay, the next round is Cody Garbrandt versus Max Holloway. Look at Saki just mutilated Francis Ngannou. Just mutilated him. I fucking love this. All right, guys, here we go. Next round. Let's get it in. Cody Garbrandt versus Max Holloway. Who is next? Who wins? Cody Garbrandt or Max Holloway? Who wins? Ba 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 ba. All right, here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Cody Garbrandt's got 2. Max Holloway's got 2. Oh my God. Cody's got 3. Max Holloway's got 3. Max whoops Cody's ass. Max got 4. Cody 3. 4. Oh my God. 5 for Max and 5 for Cody. Cody comes in with a 6 and a 6 for Max. 7-8 Cody. 7-8 Max. We have 8-8. Oh my God. Saki's back. Oh my God. 9 Cody. 9 Max. 10 Cody. 10 Max. Oh my God. 11-12 Max. And a 10 Cody. Is Max going to run away with this? Holy shit, Max comes back at the end. I don't know. I think Max pulled it off at the end, guys. Wow. Cody Garbrandt was winning, and Max pulls it off at the very end. Max Holloway gets past Cody Garbrandt and moves on. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a guest live on the MMA-Holes, Justin the Fort Sumter. Justin, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Sorry I'm late. We had an intense wrestling practice, so it kind of went over a little bit. So, but I just jumped out the shower, so I'm nice and wet for you.
Oh, a wet Justin. There we go. That's wonderful, wonderful right there. Now, guys, I want to do a quick thing. Now, Justin's a friend of the show. Justin is actually our first ever fighter guest on the MMA Holes, and we've been through some ups and downs with Justin, and more ups than downs. Justin Sumter's a swole MMA fighter and a pro fighter, and he's a scary man, and it's good to have him live on the MMA Holes. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you.
All right, so we're doing a little breakdown right now. We're trying to figure out who is the next UFC superstar. Who's going to be the next thing? You know, Ronda Rousey is gone, and she comes back, and this and that. I don't know what's going on with her. But there's a lot of stuff going on. John Jones gets busted for the steroids. Conor McGregor wants to go boxing. We don't know what's going on there. So we're trying to figure out who is going to be the next superstar. We're putting it on hold right now. But if you had to think on the top of your head, who is the next UFC superstar? Who stands out to you right now? Who is a guy or a girl that is the next person to really look for if you had to think just off the top of your head?
Well, you know, I mean, if I was going to say that's not in the UFC, that's going to be a UFC superstar, I would say myself. Yeah. But I'm not going that far right now. But I would say I'm kind of Valentina. I can't really pronounce her last name that well, but she fought Nunes. I think her next fight is, she's definitely going to fight differently, and I think it's going to get more eyes on her, and I think she has the ability to become a standout in 2018. I think she beat Nunes, but you have to beat the champ to get the belt. But I think next year is definitely going to be her standout year.
Yeah, and she is a complete badass. And she has a huge following. A lot of people really like her. They like her ass. I noticed that. They enjoy her ass. Oh, Justin, you're right. There he is.
Yeah, I fell down.
So, all right. As long as you're okay. We don't want you to get injured. It's a dangerous show here on the MMA-Holes. Justin, the last time you were here, okay, we were an itty-bitty channel. Now we're becoming this channel of monstrosity. We've become a strong force. And I noticed this. As Justin Sumter grows and becomes this elite athlete, we become an elite show. I feel like we're attached. I feel like there's some sort of attachment with Justin the Fort Sumter. Do you feel this?
Yeah, I definitely feel that there's definitely a huge following. One with the MMA-Holes and one with myself, and you know what I mean, kind of piggyback on each other. But definitely has that common balance of, you know, starting from the ground up and you know, growing as, you know, the more exposure, the more things that come. So it's definitely cool looking at everything from the outside, just watching everything happen.
Yeah, it is cool, and it is a good feeling. It's good to see Justin get in there and kick some ass. And speaking of getting in there and kicking ass, you fought on Access TV. You fought a brilliant fight, went 3 rounds, but you pretty much schooled your opponent. And then at the end, and we have a lot of new MMA holes here. I don't know if they got a chance to see this, but at the end of that fight, you got on the mic and you gave a shout out, and I couldn't even believe it. You gave a shout out to who'd you give a shout out to, Justin?
The one and only MMA-Holes.
Look at that. The MMA-Holes. That's unbelievable. I can't even believe that Justin the Fort Sumter would do that for the MMA-Holes. So for that, I thank you. I constantly thank you. And your reward was you got immortalized on the MMA-Holes living room. So how about that? You're I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but you were on the MMA-Holes living room, the fort, and it is exciting over there. So it's good to have you over there. It feels good. How does it feel to be on the living room wall?
It feels pretty good. You know? I haven't got up on my girlfriend's living room wall yet. So it's a small step, you know.
So you're saying you made it on the MMA-Holes living room wall before you got on your girlfriend's living room wall. This is insane.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, what are you going to do? Now, Justin Sumter is, he may look like a nice guy over here, okay? He may look like a nice guy, but when you lock him in a cage, I can't talk today. When you lock him in a cage, he is a goddamn beast. Justin the Fort Sumter is vicious on the feet, vicious on the ground. And I hear through the grapevine that you are fighting with CES. You fought for CES before. Now you're still fighting for CES. So are you under contract with CES?
Not officially. I'm slated to fight for them again in October 27th. So after this fight, more than likely I would probably get a contract with them, a multi-fight contract with them. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Now, I spoke to Luis Serrano. No one really cares about him, but I spoke to him anyway, and he's from Prospero Management. And he was saying to me that they still can't find people to fight you. People are too scared to fight you. This is still going on? No one wants to fight the Fort?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, in the game of MMA, it's like you want to win. And if you can find an easy way to win, most people are going to try to find an easy way to win. Not saying that I'm a super tough guy, but, you know, with someone with a 4-fight winning streak, with 3 of those 4 wins by finish, and looking at my extensive amateur background, it's definitely a tough fight for anybody. So, you know, they're just looking for those easy fights where they can make the easy money, you know, boost their record up, and, you know, it's all right. You know, I understand, but just fight me.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be frustrating. Now you have a 4-1 record. You won your last 2 fights, and then you see 1, 2, 3, 4 canceled bouts, and then you have 2 wins before that. I mean, people, I could understand. You know, there's politics and stuff like that, and people want to, I guess, fight the easy guy, make their stats look a little bit better. But in the end, isn't it about competing? You know, you have to think that people just want to compete, and they are just damn scared of you, Justin. It's insane.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like, because this is the game, you're fighting somebody. So, like, in my mind, you know, like, oh, okay, when I sign a contract, or, you know what I mean, I think I'm going to do this as a profession, you know, if I need to fight, I'm going to fight anybody. You know, if I need to fight, you know, I would rather, right now, I'd rather fight someone with a low record, just because if I fight somebody with a large like 7-0, 8-0, I'm still gonna get 4-1 money.
Mm-hmm.
So that comes along with it. Like, so I'll fight a guy that is like 5-2 over a guy that's 7-1, just because if I fight the guy that's 7-1, I'm not gonna get the same amount of money he is because he has 8 fights and I only have 5 fights. So, but like even like I was telling my coach, like if it can't find a fight, I'll fight a guy that's 7-0 just because I want to fight and I know I can beat him. But most of the time it's about your career standing and where you want to go. Like if you want to just fight guys and just get paychecks, then you can fight whoever. But if you want to fight strategic guys, get the platform and then suit up somewhere big, you got to kind of choose your battles. But I just like to fight.
Yeah, and I've seen you fight before, and Jesus, I mean, it's a scary thing. I couldn't imagine wanting to get in the cage against you. I mean, you're a scary man. You're a very nice man, but God, you're scary. Now, someone just jumped in. Team VIP just jumped in a $20 super chat. I do appreciate Team VIP. You are wonderful, wonderful, making it rain. What an awesome MMA hole right there. Now, Justin, there are a lot of things coming up with the UFC. I noticed that they made a thing called the Contender Series. And I was speaking to Lewis about this before. Now, we spoke to you about this, about the Ultimate Fighter. You didn't feel like it was a good fit for you from where you were at with your career at this moment. Now, the Contender Series seems like something that would be such a perfect fit for a certain Justin the Fort Sumter. Do you see yourself ever competing in something like that?
Yeah, definitely. Like this, I kind of with the timing, I didn't have a fight. My last fight in April, and then I kind of got sidetracked with a slight injury, and then after that, I didn't have another fight, so I wasn't able to kind of platform into it. Most guys, because if you look at the card that I just fought on in April, 3 of those guys that fought, no, actually 4 of those guys were on the Contender Series. So, more or less, like if I was 100%, I probably could have fought on it by now, but definitely a great platform for me to get in front of millions and millions of people, and just to show Dana White and the guys at the UFC that I am a top contender, and definitely keep an eye out on me.
That would be a perfect fit. It really would. I think you would do very well in something like that where you could showcase your skills. I mean, if you guys haven't gotten a chance to see Justin Sumter's work, I mean, just go on YouTube, just Google him and check it out. You blink, it's over. Justin Sumter does not play around when it comes to competing with mixed martial arts. Now, I am on your Instagram, J_the Fort Sumter. That's where you could go follow him. And over here, there is a gentleman over here, okay? He's always in your corner, and he is sort of a celebrity, a man named Nick Newell. Okay, now I heard a rumor from a birdie that Mr. Newell is fighting again. Now, if you're not MMA-Holes, look up Nick Newell. This guy is a goddamn savage. The guy is he's a champion. He's fought the most elite athletes out there, and it looks like he's coming back. Now, is this true? Can you confirm this? Is Nick Newell coming back to the cage?
Yes, early in 2018, he will be fighting for LFA. So definitely that's another organization, top organization on Access TV. So definitely, I don't want to say I'm like giddy like a schoolgirl, but I'm super super excited. One, being a athlete myself, and from him coaching me and just his coaching process, it comes from somewhere. It comes from his training because he was at the top level. And just to get him back in there to get at that top level, one is going to make me even better than what I am right now. So, just stop right for a second and think about that. Mm-hmm. Me better than I am right now is, scary for anybody. So, I'm just super, super excited.
Now, Nick Newell, I mean, goddamn, he was really, really good. He's still young. I guess he feels he still has something in the tank. What was his reason for coming back to the cage?
Well, his last fight, it was he didn't end it on a good note. He was he had an injury that fight, like he tore his ACL and slipped a disc in his back. So I mean, and he fought just because he needed the money. Now he's solidified. He has a gym. He has his fiance, soon to be wife. So his life is pretty much set. And now he can focus on training and not focus on the money because his money's already coming. He already has his money. He can focus on fighting and building his legacy and ending his legacy on the note he wants to end it on. So,
yeah. So I guess he has that bad taste in the mouth that gets back in the cage and just he's got to be so pumped up and excited. Would you like to get on a Nick Newell card? Would you like to do that in the future?
Yeah, it's kind of tricky now because like LFA is not to say it's a competing organization with CES, but they're kind of like on the same channel, but different organizations. So if they do like a cross-platform show, that's a great CES against LFA type deal. That's a great platform where I would love to fight alongside Nick that way. But only time will tell.
Now he's been in your corner for pretty much majority of your fights ever since you came over to this gym, correct?
Correct.
Would it be weird not having him in your corner?
Like I fought a whole bunch, but it's not nothing too different. It would be a little strange, but I'm not like our preparation up until that point is the key and vital. And then we just go in there and do what we train. And the people in the corner, they're just there, their eyes, their vision, and see what I need to work on during the fight. So I don't think it will be that too much of an issue for me.
Now, Jessie Belle Hill, our moderator of the chat, says that she wants to fight Justin Sumter at 110 pounds. Would you be interested in that?
Well, if I chop my legs off and then chop both my arms off, I think it'll be a tough fight for me.
So, Arc Ignition says Justin is so popular that the circus ran away to join him. Is this true?
I
don't even know what that means.
I wouldn't say I'm that popular, but I do have a couple clown shoes in my closet.
Guys, we are live with Justin the Fort Sumter, a good friend of the MMA-Holes, and like I said, he was our first mixed martial artist that ever joined in on the show. The first interview I ever had with a fighter, and ever since we've hit it off. We've been in love. It's been great. It's really romantic. Justin, when you were on, I asked you some weird questions. I asked you if you ever had to take a shit before a fight and stuff like that, and you graciously answered that question. Ever since that question, have you had any accidents in the cage or any close accidents?
Nope. I'm shitty cleared from the cage. They also came up with a rule. They said if you shit in the cage, you will lose a fight. So
it's funny.
Yeah, like I think it was after the what's her name? You had her on there.
Justine
you had
Kish.
Her on your show. I forget her name.
Yeah, Justine Kish. And I read the same thing. They have a rule or something that they just said, yeah, you can't be doing. Well, it's not all around, but apparently they're trying to get this, which it makes sense. I mean, it's not sanitary, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. But we're live with Justin Sumter. We're talking about shit now. That's how it goes on the MMA-Holes. If you have any questions in the chat, definitely get your comments, your questions in right now. Justin, would you be interested in taking some phone calls?
Phone calls? Sure, why not? Yeah.
All right. Now, I warn you, this group of mischiefs, I mean, you know how the MMA-Holes works. They're loony, but we've incorporated phone calls. So we're going to open them up. We're going to take some phone calls, have a little fun. Don't take anything serious that these people say. They're all assholes, but I love them. I love them dearly. And we're going to open the phone lines now. Before I open the phone lines up, what is coming up down the line? When are you looking to fight again?
October 27th.
October 27th.
We're in talks now. Nothing solidified, but I have been assured by the CES promotion that I will be fighting the 27th. So just need to get the contract, and then I can tell everybody. Until then, I can't really say too much about it. But
okay. So, October 27th, clear your schedules. Justin the Fort Sumter is going to kick some ass that day. They're trying to find a victim. That's what they're trying to do. A goddamn victim. All right, we'll open up the phone lines. 516-522-02 0267. Get in on the lines. While wait, hey, look, how you doing? Uh-oh, you got a photo bomber right in the background. God damn it. She just ruined the show. What's going on? Welcome back to the show.
Can you see yourself? Hi.
Yeah, you can't hide from me.
This is a lag.
Oh.
This is a lag. This is
Oh,
a
it's
camera.
so small.
I'm in here, and then I'm looking in there to them. Hello, how are you? Yeah, you're live in the MMA-Holes. How do you feel about your significant other over here kicking ass and taking names?
He's awesome. He's the best. Everybody knows it. Well, they'll know it. They'll know it soon enough if they don't already.
Well, listen, I know it already, and we have some new viewers now, so now we're trying to educate them on the awesomeness of Justin the Fort Sumter. We have a phone call right now. Here we go. You are live with the MMA-Holes. Justin Sumter, what's on your mind?
Hey, this is Trevor Simeon from Denver. Okay. I just want to say Darth Bane is a fucking pussy, and he doesn't know shit about anything.
Oh, okay. So you're saying Darth Bane is okay, so there you go. Someone called up and made fun of someone in the chat room. Disregard that. Get your phone lines in 516-522-0267. Get on the line with Justin the Fort Sumter. Justin Sumter is a man that he will be a household name soon enough. I have a good feeling about this. I mean, just go back and watch his just watch his fights on YouTube. Justin, is there anything you would like to promote? I noticed you did something with a charity that's coming up. Where is that at?
This weekend, one of my friends, John, he runs Tap Cancer Out. They're having an event in Philadelphia, so just want to put awareness out. It's for the research of pancreatic cancer. So it's definitely a good, even, if you're not competing, just go, donate some money. All the proceeds go to cancer research. So it's a really awesome thing. He's started from the ground up, and it's became a phenomenal organization.
All right, we got another call over here. You are live with the MMA-Holes and Justin the Fort Sumter. What's your name and where you from?
110 pounds.
We have the moderators calling right now. Jessie Belle Hill says 110 pounds. She's challenging you, Justin.
Am I supposed to hear it?
110 pounds, and then I will, as long as he chops off his arms and his legs and gives me a fighting chance, I will beat him up.
I can just hear you.
Oh, you can just hear. You can't hear. Oh shit! What the hell is going on here? I don't know why the call is not going back in. Anyway, she says 110 pounds. She wants you to chop your arms and legs off, and she's gonna F you up.
Well, I have a mean gator roll, so definitely it's gonna be tough. It'll just be tough.
All right, thank you, Jessie, for the call. I do appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna stop the call since you can't hear it. The bit is just ridiculous. Anyway, Jessie was challenging you to that 110-pound fight. She's very confident about this fight. I don't know why, but she is. We are live with Justin the Fort Sumter, live in the MMA-Holes, discussing Justin's future. Justin is a 4-1 pro fighter, and those victories, you got to see those victories. They're very, very impressive. And the last one, to me, was the most impressive. Even though it went 3 rounds, it was the thing that stood out the most about that fight was your strength. You literally threw the guy around like a rag doll. We spoke about the last time. You definitely have a lot of strength for this weight class. Explain to the people where the strength comes from, and yeah.
Well, like I used to weigh 250 pounds. That was my sophomore year in college, so that was about 9 years ago. And so then I met one of my friends and he was like, "Hey, you should do this." And I was like, maybe. And then I looked at the heavyweights, and the heavyweights were like 6'8", 7 foot tall, and I was like, oh shoot, I can't really fight. So I decided to cut down to 185 pounds. And, I still kept my, most of my muscle shrank a little bit, but I still have my structure. And so kind of the strength, it went down a little bit, but it still transferred over like a 250-pound man. So I was able to use that, and I just worked on my explosiveness and my my conditioning, and it transferred over well to the 185-pound group.
Now they're saying 250 pounds of fat or muscle. Were you like an out of shape
person?
Muscle.
I did. I wrestled in high school and did football. And then after that, I just started just lifting weights and, just kind of like, I don't want to say I was a meathead, but, I was a kind of a meathead. I did just lifted weights to look good and not really for any athletic reason, just lift weights.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to say, the shape you're in right now is pretty fantastic. And now you're saying maintaining this weight is you have it down to a science. Pretty much you can maintain this weight with no problem?
Yeah. I mean, like when I first started, it was kind of tough just because, I didn't really know the whole ins and outs of having, your diet right so you can cut the weight, but your diet right so you can train effectively. And, sometimes I would be like dead tired, couldn't really speak straight. But now it's like I just walk on the scale. I just like literally the day of the weigh-ins, the day before, I could sweat a little bit, put a sauna suit on and sweat, do some rounds that way. But then I just, it just comes off and I just walk on the scale at 185 or 186 because you get a pound, but it hasn't been a problem.
Now, what do you think about this? I mean, we've been having this conversation a lot. It just keeps on jumping back in the news. There's a guy named Jon Jones. He's got this Turnaball that's in his system. USADA's just knocking off guys left and right. I speak to guys in local MMA organizations and stuff like that. And now you're fighting like on TV and stuff. Do they crack down with steroids with you guys? Or are they still more lenient when it comes to these organizations like CES and stuff like that?
It's, like... I would say I haven't been drug tested in my 5 fights, but I just stay away from it. So there's really no reason for if someone wants to test me, that's cool. I just test clear, but they're not. Let's say I don't know because they haven't tested me, but some of my friends they say they've only been tested like 2 times and they had 7 fights, so it's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah, how does that work? So do they give you, like, say if you're with a certain organization, do they give you a heads up and be like, listen, you're not supposed to do this, random tests can happen? Do they give you a heads up, or do they just randomly test the fighters?
Like usually when they have like a note on the contract, and then once you're doing your medicals, they say that there's we do not tolerate this, and you could be subject to random tests. So, they kind of make it clear that, you shouldn't be doing this and you can be tested at any moment. And like once you sign the contract, like if you have a multi-fight contract, then that's when they can, they can pop up unannounced without even telling you. Like if you're doing a 1-fight contract deal, like once you sign the contract, then they have the leeway to actually, come to your house and test you because you're under contract with them and you're their responsibility from their own until the fight. So
what are your thoughts on the whole Jon Jones situation? I mean, the guy was clean the whole time, and then all of a sudden, right before he got on the scale, somehow they found this Turnaball. And a quick funny story before you answer that. Jackson Wink was live on Instagram, and I was trolling the shit out of him, asking him where they hide the Turnaball shakes. And they were laughing. They were like going back and forth with me. You got to check out Jackson Wink on Instagram. They do a great job showing their gym over there. But Jon Jones, in trouble. I mean, this guy can't escape it. Do you think some people are saying he was set up? Some people are saying all this stuff. What is your take in this situation?
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's tough, like because being an athlete, like you don't want to see people fall from grace. But like the first one was his mistake, and he kind of learned from it, but, stuff right now, it doesn't add up. Stuff, like him being clean the whole time and then why at the end, try something to, because I was reading something that was like the benefit you'll get from it is you won't even get anything in that time frame that it said was in his system. So it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't add up, and you look at his track record, it's tough to give him a chance. There was a question in here. I want to go back for a second. Team VIP had a question. It was a good one, and it slipped. Team VIP, drop it in the comment section again. Your martial arts background. There we go. So there are some new viewers over here. If you could let the new MMA-Holes know, what is your martial arts background, and how did you get into the sport?
Well, It all started when I was in first grade. I did karate for a little bit, but then I got kicked out. So my karate background really doesn't count for anything. I just got kicked out of karate school because I was a bad kid. But fast forward to high school, that's when I fell in love with wrestling. Wrestled for 3 years in high school, then went to college and really didn't do anything my senior year or my freshman year in college. Then I had a friend that actually did jujitsu, and I saw his first pro fight, and he's a real skinny guy, and I was like, man, if that guy could do it, I definitely could do it. And then that's when I started losing the weight and getting down to 185 pounds, and I think it was like 30 days after I started training, they asked me if I wanted to fight in Florida, and I was like, hey, why not? And so then I fought, and I beat the guy in a minute and 30 seconds, and then I was hooked. So, I don't really have an extensive, I wish I did have an extensive, because if I had an extensive martial arts background, I'd probably be a little bit further than I am now, but, I definitely, I'm grateful for what I've accomplished and what I've learned over the years, and so pretty glad about that. So that's kind of my martial arts background.
You train out of FAA, gym full of, it looks like some pretty elite athletes coming out of that gym over there, run by Nick Newell. Who out of that gym would you say, if you had to pick one guy, now I know you're tight with a lot of guys in that gym, but who is the one guy to look out for, or girl to look out for from coming from that gym besides the Fort?
Well, we have a lot of new guys coming out, and like one guy to keep your eye on right now is Joe Mikulewski, and he's just a beast, man. Like he's just hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. He's just a beast. But also, we have Eddie the Butcher George. He has his first MMA fight coming up next weekend. You also have another Nick. We have a lot of guys to look out for. So, just be on the radar for anybody that has FAA on them, that they're going to be outstanding.
I'm going to play a little clip. Lewis from Prospera threw it up here. We played it the last time, but some people did not see you hit a bag before. This is how you hit a bag. I'm going to play it right now. Hold on a second. Oh, fuck. This bag is getting destroyed. This poor bag. What did this bag ever do to you? I mean, now I understand why no one wants to fight you, Justin. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Anyway, that's Justin Sumter beating the crap out of a bag that did something to your family, and you took revenge on that bag. I mean, it's pretty impressive over there. We are live with Justin the Fort Sumter, gentleman Team VIP, who does a nice little tan. He has a little tan thing going on over there. He wants to know, how many amateur fights did you have? You're 4-1 pro, but how many amateur fights did it take for you to go pro?
14.
14 amateur fights. Now I saw you had belts and stuff like that. How many? You had some belts as an amateur. I
had three belts as an amateur.
Now, so 3 belts as an amateur. You've been around the block. So it seems like to me, 14 amateur fights. Now you're a pro. It seems like everything that you do, you exceed at, but it takes a little time to get going. Do you think that's on purpose, or do you think that's just how things? It's just the luck of the draw.
Well, for amateur, I felt the need to kind of experience everything. Because once you go to the pro, you can't go back, and like every fight you make, that's the money you get. I took a long time as an amateur just to, get my bearings, see where I'm at, see if I really wanted to do it. Put my time and effort into it, and try to exceed. I think more people should do it, because you get a lot of guys that, have like those records, those half records, those below 50, 50% records. And, that talks a lot about how they were prepared for that point as a professional. When you get guys that have experience. Like I fought, guys that were jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu specialists. I fought guys that were striking specialists, and I fought I fought wrestling specialists all when I was an amateur. So when I got to the pros, it's like, I've done this, been there. It's nothing new. I just come up with a solution to beat them. And you get a lot of guys. They kind of, once they get into that realm when they're fighting and they get something that they haven't experienced before, it's a shock, and you can actually see it on their face. Like, oh shoot, I didn't think I was going to be right here. And then more or less, not to say they were lose, but it's something you have to learn the easy way, the hard way. And I felt I learned the easy way, so I can fight better as a professional.
We're live with Justin Lafort, Sumter. Jessie Belle Hill says, I'll be nice and meet you at 125, pregnancy weight status. So there she goes. She just went up and wait to fight you, pregnant. So there you go.
I don't fight pregnant women. Just to get that right.
All right. That's the crowd we got going on here. What is the toughest fighting style that you've experienced? I mean, you've had a lot of fights, 14 AMI, 5 professional fights. What do you find to this day that still is the toughest style to match up against for you?
I would say the toughest would be well, I would say the toughest would probably be a boxer wrestler, but having the skills that I have, and being able to adapt, I'll kind of put them in a bad spot, because boxer wrestlers, they don't like to be on their back, and they don't like backing up. So you fight them with kicking them at range, and then put them against the cage and put them on their back to defeat it. But I would say that would be the most difficult, just because I'm a long, lanky guy, and so boxers, they like to get in, and wrestlers, they like to get in. So they're more up close and try to get underneath me. So.
Yeah, and I noticed in your last fight there was a little bit of frustration because you fought a gentleman that just loves to be on the ground, and you were just throwing him around like, get the fuck up. The arm bar that he almost caught you in the first round, this is the most impressive part of the fight. There was a dangerous situation in the first round, and Justin shook off this arm bar. How do you stay calm in a situation like that when a guy is going for something like that and you're like, oh, fuck? How do you stay calm?
Like what I do is I say I'm not freaking getting tapped, and I'm like, I'm getting out. So it's like, in my head, I'm like, I'm not tapping, I'm getting out, and I just think about it, and try to solve that puzzle at that moment and get out of there.
How far would you go now? Would you go to sleep if you were in a situation where are you willing to go to sleep, or will you tap before you go to sleep?
I don't like going to sleep. It's not a fun experience. So, I would try my, it doesn't, if he has him in a tight submission and I'm fighting and he puts me to sleep, I'm not opposed to that. But, if he's got me in a position where, I can't physically get out, and I recognize that I am in a position of defeat, I'll tap, save those brain cells,
Yeah. This is why you're gonna have a long career. And I would tap as soon as someone just got near my back, I would tap. As soon as he just turned around, I'm like, no, stop. We're live with Justin Lafort, Sumter, live on the MMA-Holes. All right, Justin. So we're saying it was October 27th, correct? That is when you're looking to fight. Listen, I'm gonna look at you guys inside the camera over here, guys. If you're willing to throw down with Justin Lafort, Sumter, step up to the plate. We need to see this man in that cage kicking some ass. Let's see Lafort back in there on CES, on Access TV. That's what we need to see. Are you going to be headlining the event when you come back?
No. They have Doomsday and the Leprechaun fighting. That's John Howard and what's his name?
Fuck those guys.
Carol. Somebody Carol. I forget his first name.
Oh, okay.
But those two are fighting.
But no one wants to see them. We're gonna be tuning in to see the Fort, for God's sakes. We're not tuning in to see those guys. Anyway. All right. Well, Justin, this is your opportunity to shine right now. Speak to the camera. Let me know what is in the future of the fort, what could we look forward to? If there's any sponsors or anything there to get out there, now's the time to do it.
One, thank you for the MMA-Holes for showing me love. I'm sorry I was away from you guys for so long. I extremely apologize and hope you guys don't get mad at me. But shout out to Wash and Wag, one of the best sponsors out there. You know, if you have a dog and you need a wash, definitely check them out. They're in New Haven. CT Supplements, you know, they're always keeping me fueled for my camp. You see CT Supplements right there. Meal Tech for, you know, providing me with the food to help me cut my weight. Also, another group, Gracie Medical. Those are my cryotherapy rehabilitation place I go. They're awesome. The ladies there are wonderful. If you're ever in Southbury, Connecticut, definitely check them out. And FAA, you know, great school, great gym. It's getting bigger every day. And, you know, keep a lookout for my coach, Nick Newell. He's definitely going to be doing big things next year. So.
Well, you tell Nick we're coming for him. We're dragging him on the MMA-Holes. We're coming for the Nick. We're coming for the head of the dragon. That's it. Maybe one day you guys could stream from the gym or something like that. Get a bunch of guys on in one shot.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll set that up. All right, Justin. Thank you so much for coming on. Good luck in the future, and we'll stay in touch, my friend. All right.
Peace.
There is Justin the Fort Sumter on the MMA-Holes. I don't know why they took him off his Sherdog over here, but Justin Sumter, well, he was the first ever MMA fighter on the MMA-Holes. I was so nervous to have Justin on, and I asked him if he ever almost shit himself in a cage. He was nice enough to answer that question for me. Real good guy. Got the pleasure of actually hanging out with him at Premier FC. Good friend of the show. Definitely keep an eye on this guy. If you haven't seen any of his fights, definitely check it out on YouTube. Just type in Justin Sumter. His fights don't last very long. He takes care of business quick. His last fight went 3 rounds, and that was like the only one. But it was good to see him in tricky situations and get out of it. And my man is strong. He is a strong dude. I think he's hitting his stride. People are, and I'm hearing through everyone, it's tough to match this guy because, and I hear this a lot, it's tough to match these guys that are actually good because no one wants to fight the good guy. They want to fight the can to pad the stats and get their big break. And no one wants to fight poor Justin, but they'll match him up because they do a good job over there at CES, and we will definitely be doing a Fight Buddies for that. Now, guys, the MMA-Holes, we need to unite. We have some business to take care of over here. We started a show like this talking about who is next for the UFC, who is the next superstar for the UFC, and we need to finish this. We have 3 fighters left: Max Holloway, Mike Perry, and Gokhan Saki. I don't know what the fuck the Saki fascination is, but he might win the pool. Here you go, Gokhan Saki. Check it out. He's 0-1. But everyone says he's going to be the next greatest thing. So we were just going to go with it, all right? We're just going to fucking go with it. Here we go, guys. Mike Perry or Gokhan Saki. In the next round, I need to know. Is it Mike Perry or is it Saki? Let me know right now. After this, we're going to be doing the Jessie Belle Hill after show. So everyone tune into that. Link in the description.
FAP.
Mike Perry or Saki? Let me know in the chat room right now. Mike Perry or Saki to go to the finals to face Max Holloway for the next UFC superstar. Let me know in the chat right now. Saki or Perry? Get your votes in now. Excitement. Living room. Mike Perry, here we go. Mike Perry says Ann H. Dan G says Perry. Ann H. You can't vote again. Michelangelo, Mike Perry. Holloway's next round. Perry says Tanner. Oh my God. Team VIP says Perry. Saki is getting destroyed right now. Saki or Perry? Who do guys have? Let me know right in the chat. Perry. Mike Perry. Darth Bane finally drops into Saki. But it doesn't matter because we have a winner. And it is Mike Perry. So this is what we did, guys. We could get rid of him finally. We literally went from every weight class over here. Okay, now this is for the gentleman. Rick Gonzalez and Saki. We went from every weight class over here. We literally picked one from each weight class. We narrowed it down. We have it down to 2 fighters. Who is going to be the next UFC superstar? It is either Max Holloway or Mike Perry. Very interesting. We went through all these names, and now we find out who will be the next UFC superstar. This is amazing. Are you guys ready to find out between Max Holloway and the GOAT, Mike Perry, the Platinum GOAT? We're going to find out right now. So everyone take your genitals out. Fondle them right now because it's about to go down. Who is going to replace Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey and all these other bums in the background? Who is it going to be? You can't vote Saki anymore. It's over. Mike Perry or Max Holloway? Get ready to get your votes in. This is going to be an interesting one. Platinum Mike Perry or Max Holloway? Let me know in the chat right now. Finally, the championship. We are finding out. Who will it be? Who is going to be the next UFC superstar? Let me know in the chat. Max Holloway or Mike Perry? Get your votes in right now. Mr. Danky says the Platinum Mike Perry. Ann H is fapping. She's so excited. Touch those genitals. Mike Perry or Max Holloway. 2 Mike Perrys, 3 Mike Perrys. Holy shit. Right out of the gate. I am me and Michael Anzalone. Mr. Danky. Oh my God. Perry by default says Dan G. That's 4. Max Holloway's getting destroyed. Jay Smooth says Perry, even though he is a wigger. Oh my God. Here's a Max. His name should be up as the Ass Perry. Oh my God, this is insane. There's all Perrys. Perry ain't no superstar ever. Here's in Holloway. We have 2 Holloways. We have 5 Perrys and 2 Holloways. And we have a Walmart Nate Diaz. Max Holloway is the next UFC superstar. Now we have a bunch of Maxes. Hold on a second. We have 4 Maxes. Oh, here's another Mike Perry. That's 6 Mike Perrys. And keeps on voting for the Max. But to me, it looks like the MMA-Holes have voted. And it looks like your champion, the man who is going to be the next great UFC superstar, is the Platinum one. The Platinum one with the tattoo over his eye. The Platinum Mike Perry is the next UFC superstar. That's right. What is up with the fucking UFC search? What is going on here? Mike Perry. They're ruining my bit. This fucking bit is never going to be done again. But it was fun while it lasted. I don't understand why the fuck I'm searching Mike Perry. Oh, fuck you. Look at this Google thing. Oh, search UFC. Okay. I'd like to search for Mike Perry. All right. Mike fucking Perry. Right? Search. Oh, sorry. You can't fucking see Mike Perry. We can't. You're not allowed to search for Mike Perry. You search for Gokhan Saki. You can't search for fucking Mike Perry. But this is who you guys choose. Mike Perry, the Platinum one, the crazy one. Mike Perry is the next superstar. And it's very possible. He's 26 years old, 170 pounder, 11-1. Mike Perry has only lost to Alan Joban. He's a fucking nut job. He's a nut job. I would love to see a Mike Perry, Justin Gaethje type thing. I don't think he says the only fighter he'll go down to 150. 5'4" is Conor McGregor. But maybe if Gaethje went up or some shit like that. But 5'10", $170, 26 years old. Look at his shit. And he fought for Premier FC. Could you imagine if Mike Perry is the next fucking big thing? Vigo, what's up, says.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Could you imagine that a gentleman from PFC, the face of PFC actually, he's still on the Premier FC's logo. Could you imagine Mike Perry is the next great thing for the UFC? It isn't impossible. And here's why. He has the knockout power. He knocks you out. He elbows you out. He knees you out. He does it all. He finishes these guys. He goes in there and looks to take the other fighter's head off. But the thing that he does different than Gaethje is he actually has a little more defense. Like Gaethje, he eats a lot more punches. Mike Perry eats as well, but not as much as Gaethje. Mike Perry is a little bit more skilled all around when it comes to fighting. The only thing about Mike Perry is he the swiftest? Is his trash talking up to par to be the next superstar? I don't know. He's a nice kid. He's a nice guy. And he does talk shit. He's a religious guy. I don't know. Maybe he does have that package. When I saw Conor McGregor come in, and everyone was like, as soon as he came in from Cage Warriors, everyone's like, this is the kid. This is the kid. You kind of knew the swag that Conor McGregor had, that he was going to be indeed a superstar. How big, we didn't know at the time, but we knew he was going to be a superstar. Mike Perry comes in, and everyone's like, watch this kid. Watch him. Kid's got it. So maybe the GOAT, Platinum Mike Perry, is the next superstar. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? I mean, you guys voted it. Mike Perry, the person that you picked. Yes, I know Brian Roger. He lost to Alan Joban. I mean, listen, maybe he was attracted to Alan Joban. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's what it was. Alan Joban, yeah, I mean, he's nothing to write home about, sure. Maybe he had a bad day. He didn't get knocked out. He didn't get choked out. They won a decision. And Alan Joban played him smart. Mike Perry versus a guy that likes it. Mike Perry versus a Damian Maia would be very dangerous. It would be very dangerous for Mike Perry. Perry a retard, says Steven Sedillo. Apparently the MMA-Holes are retards too. Antarctica beat, says Jesse Bell Hill. Meaty Clacker says, get back on call of duty. Your team needs you, says Meaty Clackers. There you go. All right, so we have 15 more minutes left in the show, and then we're going to take you to the after show. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I want you guys to talk to me. We pick Mike Perry as the next UFC superstar. The reason why we do it is because it's a slow news week. So this question here says, who's the next UFC superstar? We literally went through the rosters and we picked the next superstar. There are a lot of fighting styles that could be a big issue for Mike Perry. A gentleman that drags him to the ground and grinds the shit out of him and humps the fuck out of him, like a GSP, like EA Walmart and Diaz says. GSP will rape Perry. Rory McDonald would rape as well. Robbie would eat him for breakfast. Robbie Lawler, I don't know. Here's what I want you guys to do as I open up the phone lines. We joke around. We say these things. But I want to know from you guys is who is the next fight for Mike Perry? That is the real question. Yes, we said that Mike Perry is going to be the next superstar, and I don't think it's far-fetched. I think he has the it factor. I don't know what it is, but he has something. He has star power. He has the ability to finish his opponents. It's all you really need to be a superstar in the UFC. But if you look into the welterweight division, he's not even on the top 15. I do feel he needs one of the top 15. So who is his next opponent? We're going to end the show with this. Who is Platinum Mike Perry's next opponent? That's what I need to know right now. Get your votes in. He called out Robbie Lawler. It's pretty hefty because Robbie Lawler, he's up there. But who would be the next guy? Robbie Lawler is a little too high for a guy that's not even ranked. Who is the guy? Gunnar Nelson? Gunnar Nelson? What weight class? He's 170. Perry can't box for fuck's sake. I would I don't know. I would disagree with that. I mean, not in boxing. If you went over to boxing, you'd be in trouble. Speaking of boxing, how about fucking Rampage wanting to go over boxing? Like, what the fuck is that about? Someone wants to get paid, I guess. CM Punk next to Superstar. Gunny versus Platinum. Jed Hudd, that's the one that was standing out to me, too. I think Gunnar Nelson is the perfect fight for Mike Perry because Gunnar Nelson is fucking dangerous. Coming off of an L. Every time Gunnar gets to that point, I think Gunnar Nelson's the fight. It's funny that came so quick. We're opening up the phone lines, 516-522-0267. Get your calls in right now. Condit, I'd love to see Condit. Coming off of 2 losses, a long hiatus. Why not? I mean, that's not far-fetched. I still think he's a little too high. And I would love to see that fight. I still think it's too high. I think he has to play around with these younger guys. I mean, look at Alex Oliveira. How is everyone looking past him? What a fight on Tough. All right, so there we go. Saying it was a good fight on Tough. Maybe Cerrone. Cerrone is taking on all different opponents, so that's one. It doesn't matter where he's ranked. He takes on anybody, so he just wants to get paid, so that's a fight. Usman versus Mike Perry would be a fun fight. That is another one. I think Gunnar Nelson and Usman are the two top contender fights right there. I think Usman's a great one. You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? Where you from?
It is I. How are you, sir?
Hello, Craig. What's going on? Craig, first of all, before you get going, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good, brother. Feeling good. Went to the doctor today, and he's having for me to wait a couple of weeks before I decide if I want to have the second surgery. So I'll see what happens. So thanks for asking, my man.
So they're saying that there might be another surgery, or there definitely is another surgery that needs to be done?
Oh, there might be. Well, there's definitely going to be another surgery, but not maybe this same one.
Oh, okay. So the first one didn't work out too well?
Well, it did fairly well, but they asked you to wait a little bit because you can only do this particular one twice.
Mm.
And so if the first they said try to wait it out a few more weeks, and if it doesn't work, you can only do it one more time anyway. So then after that, it's a bunch of pain in the butt stuff I'll have to go through. But we'll see what happens. But later on, I do have to have that pelvis fixed. I have my hip replaced actually now, since it's not going to heal good. But that's how it goes. But by the way, thanks for asking, my man.
Anytime. So what's going on? This is the MVP live on the MMA-Holes. What's on your mind, man?
Okay, well, I guess I'll get behind the Perry thing in a way, but I'm like this. I just feel anybody that gets beat by Alan Jobon, man, I just sort of hang my head a little bit.
Yeah, well, Alan Jobon, I am not a fan. I really do not like Alan Jobon. There's something about him that drives me insane. Like he just skeeves the fuck out of me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's his.
He's a little Louisiana mouth, is what he is.
Yeah, it is annoying. Now, is he the worst fighter in the world? No. Is he the best fighter in the world? No. I mean, judging from his last fight, he got fucking murked. But, yeah, you know what I think with that fight? I think Alan Jobon fought Mike Perry just to win the fight. It was a shit fight. He was just doing everything he can to make it ugly, keep it close, frustrate Mike Perry. Mike Perry couldn't get anything off on the guy because he was trying to be all tight with him and drag him down and stuff like that.
Can you give us your best Valley Girl accent?
Hold on, Craig. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. My God.
Let's play the bongos. It's Frank Vavon.
God.
My God. Really?
Look
at that. Play them bongos. Get those donations in late. Show's about to wind down. Taking to the after show. Frank Vavon.
Oh my God.
Well, Frank Vavon says
Marlyn.
There you go. Frank Vavon says Marlyn. That's right. Marlyn was on last night's show. It was really good to hear Marlyn's voice. Sorry about that, Craig.
Oh, no, it's wonderful. Wonderful, for sure. Love Frank. Loved everybody in the chat, especially Marlyn. It's always wonderful to see her. And, of course, I'm excited. Well, I'll go hang out with Jessie here for a little while. Chris, always good to see you. Loved everybody in the chat.
All right. Thank you so much, Craig, for the call. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That was Craig Lee, the MVP. And it was saying, you know what? People could say about the Alan Jobon thing. It's a good point. I mean, losing to Alan Jobon knocked Perry back a little bit. He would have catapulted even quicker up the rankings if he would have beat Jobon, but then comes back. I mean, he fights a guy that is new to the UFC, so it's tough to get super excited about that. It would have been better if his Thiago Alves opponent would have shown up, but I don't know. Frank Vavon, thank you so much for the donation. Let's open up those phone lines, get a couple of calls in. We have 10 minutes, and then we're going to take you to the after show. We're trying to figure out right now who is next for Mike Perry. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name, where you from, and who is next for Mike Perry?
Hey, what's up? It's Walmart Nate. What's up, Chris?
Walmart, we haven't spoken to you forever. Welcome back to the show, friend. What's going on?
How you doing, guys? Good. I just had to remind you guys about Kelvin Gastelum.
Oh,
He's
yes.
a 170-pounder, too, and I think they're both around the same age. I really want to see that fight.
So you think now Kelvin Gastelum had some problems with some weight issues and stuff like that. He is fighting Anderson Silva again. These guys got to dance at one. I don't even know why, but he's still staying at 185. He guess he likes his cheeseburgers. Do you think he can?
Oh man, he is. I thought he was going back. I thought I heard him say
he wants to. He definitely wants to go back because I think he wants to get some wins under his belt at 185 and then jump down. Because I mean, realistically, when you're fighting the top guys at 185, they're big. They're too big for Kelvin. They're way too big for him.
They're way too big, yeah, especially like Wyman and Luke.
Yeah, Luke would, that would be very scary for Kelvin. But going down to 170, if he can make the weight, for sure. But I think if he goes down to 170, he's going to be up top. I think he's going to be up top contending for a belt if Kelvin does drop down. I'd love to see the fight.
Yeah, I like Perry. It's just that when he'll bump into somebody like Jobian's not the smartest fighter, but somebody that's technical, I see like Perry having problems. Masvidal would be a good fight.
Yeah, what do you think about, and I love these two fights. I love Gunnar Nelson. I love Usman, who just fought recently. Gunnar Nelson.
Usman.
Usman's a beast, right? Usman is just really, really good. So
those two should go at it. Yeah.
They're lower in the rankings, and I'm just gonna pull it up for the people. But it just makes sense. I mean, Colby Covington's another one that could be. Ponzinibbio is another one. There's a lot of guys.
I haven't seen him fight yet, Colby.
Now, Colby Covington, Ponzinibbio definitely needs to go up in rankings and fight some of these.
The guy that poked this dude in the eye, that would be another good fight. Yeah,
yep, that's right.
Yeah, them dudes like the bang.
Yeah, he's a nasty fighter. What's been going on with you in Walmart? We haven't spoken to you in a while. Jessie Belle Hill's in the chat. Would you like to say anything to her while you're on the phone?
Hey, what's up, Jess? How you doing? I miss you.
That's right.
No, I've just been taking care of these kids, the school and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's right. You are a proud father. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is difficult. You got the kids running around and stuff like that. I'm glad you made time.
I like to cook and clean because my girl had scoliosis back surgery.
Oh,
so I do everything.
Oh, damn! She had back surgery. How's she feeling now?
Well, it was years ago, but once you have back surgery, you can't lift anything and things like that. So I do all the heavy work at home.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, the Manny.
Well, I mean, listen, it's a tough thing to balance business and pleasure, but you're getting it done. Are you coming to the meetup on November 3rd? What do you say? Now we're going to be getting together.
Definitely.
Oh, nice. All right, so now we got some people. We're going to be rolling deep with some MMA-Holes over there. We're going to be streaming outside of the Garden for the weigh-ins for UFC 217. Definitely going to be hanging out with everyone over there. So that's awesome to hear that you're coming.
Can't wait, man. I can't wait so I could be all jacked up on the screen.
One shoulder.
Get ready.
Need a fucking army.
We got a donation over here.
Belts off me.
Hold that thought, Walmart.
Love y'all, guys.
Marlyn loves us and dropping $6 over there. Thank you, Marlyn, so much. You are wonderful, wonderful. That is awesome.
Hey, Marlyn. Thank you, Marlyn.
The lovely Marlyn dropping in on the donations. You guys are so generous right now. I do appreciate all the love and support. So it's good to know that we're going to see you, Walmart, on November 3rd. And if anyone else is coming in the chat, let me know.
I can't wait, Chris. It's good to hear from you again.
All right. Any last words to the MMA-Holes?
Shogun. Shogun's my boy. I know he got injured, but I think they're holding that fight back for Rampage.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the UFC is going to let Rampage go.
I said it first.
All right. There you go. Words from the Walmart. There you go. Thank you for the call.
All right.
Walmart Nate D is calling in on the lines. Always a good call, Walmart. It's always nice to talk to Walmart. Let's get a couple more calls in. We're going to go 5 more minutes. In the description down below is the link to the after show like every other time. Jessie Belle Hill will be taking over the party going on over there. I had a great time. We figured out that Mike Perry is going to be the next great superstar for the UFC. We discussed a lot of things. We had some topics. I don't even give a fuck. We had Justin the Fort Sumter was live on the MMA-Holes, and that was wonderful, wonderful. Frank Pavant says,
wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Marlyn. Thank you, Team VIP, for making it rain, dropping some money. Whoop, some money inside. Why is I'm all backwards? Inside my scotch glass. Look at that. They're dropping change in my scotch glass over there. That's really nice of you. Warrants are lit as fuck, says Filthy George. By Walmart, says Jessie Belle Hill. Beep. Fucking Shogun, says Filthy George. Yeah, Shogun is not fighting OSP. And this is happening. We're going to be doing a Fight Buddies for this situation over here. Let's go. UFC.com has been real buggy. But I'm going to get more into detail with this stuff on Friday. We will be doing Fight Buddies, okay? So don't get your panties in a bundle. I don't know what the fuck FXX is. I'm not quite sure what the hell FXX is. But apparently it's on FXX. Well, whatever the hell that is. So I'll be watching that and doing a live reaction. If you've never seen our Fight Buddies, we'll tune in on Friday. We'll get everyone together, and it looks like Mystic Moss is going to hit the bottle. Why not, right? And says, Chris, you rock. And you're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Feel free to compliment me for the last 4 minutes of the stream. I need my ego boosted right now. If you're not subscribed to the MMA-Holes, drop it. To subscribe right now and make me dance. Don't make me dance. If you subscribe, you have 4 minutes to subscribe to the MMA-Holes. 4 minutes. I will dance. I will fucking dance for subscribers. 38 watching, going on 40 watching. I tell you what, we had this consistent flow, like a nice healthy period today on the MMA Holes. But this is the fight card. 2 fights I give a shit about. Right over here. Right over here. Couple undercard fights. You know, a lot of hometown people fighting on this fight in Japan. So, look, this is definitely his natural hair, right? Hirota. That's right. Hirota's back. Look at that. Charles Rosa. That's actually not a bad fight over there. Not bad at all. Some interesting fights over here, but we're just going to watch face punch. We're going to watch a little face, knee. We're going to watch a little action over here. That's right. Marlyn Lane jumping in. Get your calls in. 516-522-0267. If you have any last words, we've chosen Platinum Mike Perry as the next. We voted. And the next superstar is the GOAT, Mike Perry. So there you go. Platinum Mike Perry is the next superstar. Whether you like it or not, Mike Perry is the superstar. And we can't change it now. We can't change our vote. But when Mike Perry dominates the UFC and is the big name for the UFC, we could always look back at this stream and be like, holy shit, we called it. We called it. Let's see. In my imagination, you're not wearing much. I'm not. You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, Chris. It's NH.
Hey, NH. What's going on? Now, Ann, it's good to have you on the show. I mean, we'll make this the last caller of the night. NH, live in the MMA-Holes. What's on your mind?
FAP. Well, you said to build Jeff and say how great you are besides FAP and all that.
That's true.
Hey, great show. You're a great guy. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Why, thank you. I noticed that someone said that I look like Porky Pig with my white balance. No, I'm like a porcelain doll. I'm very white. I'm white and red, like weird colors. It's just my skin tone. And what is your skin tone? I know you're white too, right?
White. Yeah.
Do you get burned in the sun?
Yeah, I burn in the sun.
Yeah.
Oregon, it doesn't get too much sun.
That's true. That's a good point. Anyway, and what is on your mind? Are you watching this fight card this weekend? Anyone that stands out on this fight card? Mike Perry's the GOAT of the UFC. A lot of stuff to talk about. What's on your mind?
Yes, I want to watch the fight card Friday.
All right, so there we go. St. Preux or
definitely.
Okami? What do you think in that fight?
It's a good fight. It's a good fight too.
Yeah.
I was only thinking about Mike's birthday on Friday, so I wasn't thinking too much about the fights, but he's got to work, so his boss can suck it.
He's got to work on his birthday. That's bullshit. Oh my God, it sucks. So are you? Gonna,
yes.
So you're gonna be alone?
He had it off, and she said he had to work.
This is bull. Well, maybe Ann. I got an idea. Okay, listen to this. Hold on a second.
Okay.
NH, while Mike is working, I need you to disrobe down to nothing and send Mike a video call with you singing Happy Birthday. What do you say? What do you say?
Yeah, okay. That would be his birthday.
That'd be
great. That would just make his night, and he'd come right home.
I think that's a great idea. Let me know in the chat if you want NH to send Mike a sexy video for his birthday. I think that's a good idea. And you know what? I could just see him right now. Does he have a job where he's in an office, or is he out and about? Does he have like what kind of job? You don't have to say what it is.
He's a machinist.
He's a machinist. Okay, so he's working with his hands. He's sweating. He's doing his thing over there. Could you imagine? His phone rings and there's a nude NH. That's right. All oiled up, getting ready
Wife
for Mike.
of 23 years.
There you go. You got to keep it fresh. That's it. All right, Ann. Well, listen, I mean, tell Mike happy birthday from the MMA-Holes. We like to have a little fun over here. But Ann is awesome. Seriously, I have to say, I am a little biased right now. Ann might be one of my favorite MMA-Holes. She might be the top dog because I tell you, she's one of the nicest people in the world. She's not an asshole like majority of the people in this phone over here. You're genuinely a nice person. So... there you go.
Aw, thank you, Chris. You're making me blush now.
Well, yeah. Well, Ann.
I appreciate it. You're awesome, too. At least I have a home.
That's right.
You guys, MMA-Holes are great. Show's good. It's great.
You're right. You've never been so right in your life.
That's true.
All right, Ann. Thank you so much for the call. We'll see you in the chat, and we'll see you. Are you going to be, after show, you going to be hanging with Jessie?
Yeah, I'll be hanging with Jessie.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Subscribe to our show, guys.
What is the origin of we, by the way? I notice a lot of people do this we thing. Is this your is this your thing?
Well, Darth started going ree, so I just started going wee after the ree.
I see. So now every time you call, you need to do the we. I think that's gonna be a tradition now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. There she is, NH live in the MMA-Holes. Okay. I mean, that's how you end the show. That's how you end the show. Much love and respect to this chat room over here. The callers, the donators, the guests, Justin Sumter. We played a little game. I don't know if we'll ever play that game again. It was fun, though. You know, we went through all these fighters. We discussed, we voted, and we picked Platinum Mike Perry to be the guy that is going to be the next great thing in the UFC, the next UFC superstar. If you missed any of the shenanigans, run it back. Run it back. If you disagree with our choice, the MMA-Holes choice, that's fine, because when the stream shuts down, in the comments section down below, you let me know in the comment section, who do you think is the next great UFC superstar? I need to know. I have to know. We're going to take a couple more comments from the chat. We're going to wind it down, and then we're going to teleport you guys over to Jessie Belle Hill's after show. All right. Wee, says Craigley. That's right. The show is so good. It's great. NH says our cognition 119. Marlyn says all day, every day. The reminder, I did 17 push-ups today. Now I feel swole. There you go. I'm glad you feel swole.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Swole. Hitters on deck, says Kenshiro Ryu. Fuck nah, says Mr. Danky. Brian Rogers says, next UFC superstar game was so gay. Yeah, I'm probably going to retire that bit. Honestly, the reason why I did it was there was nothing to fucking talk about. Literally, like, I mean, this is a weird news week for the UFC. I didn't want to talk about Rousey and I just can't talk about Rousey Cyborg anymore. It just makes my fucking head want to explode. I really hope that doesn't happen. I'm pretty sure it's not going to hacken. And yeah. Meaty Clacker says, had fun in the safe space today, bro. Good episode. I triggered tons of bitches today. There you go. J Smooth 420. Wee, says NH. Filthy George says, where the F is Jesus? Did he finally get something better to do and stuff? Jesus, rest in peace. I mean, I hope you're okay. Jesus is one of the guys from the very beginning. I hope he's all right. If anyone hears about where Jesus is, let us know. Keep it gay, MMA-Holes. All right. Wonderful, wonderful, says Michael Angelo.
Wonderful, wonderful.
He does sometimes. Darth Bane is throwing bombs. All right. Okay, I think we went there. Team VIP says Justin Gaethje. In the comment section, when this stream drops down, that's what you have to do. You have to let me know. Who do you think is the next UFC superstar? Jessie Belle Hill is next. Go to her channel. Let's see if I can find it. And she is doing the live after show. It's like super duper Jessie Belle Hill. She's waiting. We're waiting. And look, G-Man Mule's already there. He's got a horse. He's got a fucking... All right. G-Man Mule's there. I'm going to drop the link in the live chat. And it's going to be in the description as well if you missed it. Chris, you need to come to Cali and do a podcast. Listen, it is very likely. We're staying on the East Coast now, but we will be traveling around. We're going to Massachusetts in November 11th for Premier FC. But as the show grows, as I get more freedom with this channel, I am definitely going to the West Coast. There is no doubt about it. I'd love to do a West Coast trip because majority of our viewers are actually from the West Coast. So much love, much respect to the West Coast. And I'd probably never come back if I went to the West Coast because I can't stand this weather. This season it's starting to turn to hell for me. I don't like the cold. I'm such a bitch. Thanks for watching. Drop in the comment section. Who do you think is the next UFC superstar? And even if your vote didn't get through tonight, you could get it in the comment section down below. We'll have a war after the show. We'll see you on the after show. And always remember, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-hole. Do the Misha tape like that, right? Yeah. All right.